If you are a new or aspiring independent nurse consultant, you've probably heard this lie. This myth is keeping you stuck, overwhelmed, and afraid to start. As an experienced nurse leader, you got to a point where you were frustrated, burnt out, and stressed, and you decided to take your nursing expertise and use it to actually solve actual healthcare problems through nurse consulting. There's only one problem. You haven't made any progress, you haven't found a single or recurring client, and you're wondering if you made a good decision. And if you're watching this, chances are you've already believed this lie. In this video, I'm revealing this lie to you and telling you what it is you really need, and it's simpler than you think. I've used the strategies I share with you today to go from frustrated, bent out, and stuck nurse leader to actually gaining autonomy, time freedom, and flexibility through becoming an independent nurse consultant. Hit that subscribe button. Here's the lie. You need a website, social media presence, a network, and fancy technology in order to get started and land your first client as an independent nurse consultant. Here's the truth. Those things are useful, but they come later. Fancy tech, website, branding will not make a single difference if you have no clients. Because if you have no consulting clients in your business, then you don't have a business. As a result, you've gotten stuck in the overwhelm. But today, I'm breaking down what you need to focus on instead. When we're new to anything, especially business, our minds say to us, let us research and make a plan first. So what do? You go on websites, you're scrolling on Instagram, on LinkedIn, trying to make a plan and finding all this information on social media. You thought you needed a logo, a whole setup, a brand photo shoot. I have a problem with all these nursing influencers who preach the branding gospel. There is a place for all those fancy things, but the problem with that is people get caught up with the appearance of something rather than the value that they're actually delivering to clients and the problems that they are solving. No one cares that your nurse consulting business looks so fancy from the outside. Who are you actually serving? What results are you delivering? I remember when I started, I put together some proposals, I did my research, but I didn't waste time in all those fancy things. And thankfully, I had years of business experience to know that how your business looks like doesn't matter if you don't have clients coming in through the door. Your most important question is, who do I serve? Where do I find those clients? Not how do I look? So I remember approaching potential clients and pitching my proposal and telling them how I would come in and solve their problems. You know what? None of them, zero, asked for a website. They didn't care about a website. They cared that I was registered as a nurse. They cared that I had references from my past experience and expertise. They cared that I cared enough to come in and want to help them solve their problems. They cared about my character, personality, and how I interacted with their staff, residents, and clients. Those are the things they cared about. So let me predict what is happening with you. You started out wanting to set up your nurse consulting business. You thought, okay, what is social media telling me? So you started creating a website without even knowing what services you're providing. You're already creating a website, right? And then from there, you started, reviewing your LinkedIn profile and posting on LinkedIn, which I think is great. All those things will delay you from actually landing your first client. You know what I call all that? Productive procrastination. It all makes you feel like you're working on your business, but you're actually not building it. You're not connecting with clients. You're not solving their problems. You're not making actual offers. What you actually need is this: a clear consulting service that actually solves a real problem for an actual client. That's it. That's the biggest thing you need. No website needed, no branding package, no social media follower, just a clear offer. Why? Because clients pay you for the problems you solve and the services you provide, not for all the fancy tech, bells and whistles. And you know what? Even a word to those of you who've been wanting to build your nurse consulting businesses, but your excuse is, I don't understand fancy technology. Well, there you go. You don't need it. Ask yourself, Who can I help today and how can I reach them? Then you will start gaining actual momentum. You don't need 1,000 followers. You only need one decision maker. As an independent nurse consultant, in order to fill your work schedule full time, you only need 2 to 3 clients maximum. That's it. My first client came from doing actual walk-ins and speaking to healthcare providers and telling them how I would help solve their problems. For you, your first client will likely come from one, walking in face-to-face and speaking to healthcare providers. It might come through a referral from a friend or a colleague, or from a conversation with someone who knows about your expertise. Your experience and your reputation are already your credibility. You just need to learn how to package it and communicate it confidently. And if that's you right now, wanting a blueprint to take you from step A to Z of setting up your successful nurse consulting business and uncover profitable nurse consulting services to offer so that you can regain a healthy work-life balance and reconnect with your loved ones whilst having time for yourself, to do the things that you love, then book a consultation with me. My calendar is in the link or comments below. Do hit that subscribe and like button. So here's your takeaway. Don't wait until you have the perfect business set up to start helping people and earning money through nurse consulting. If you have a skill set and a solution, you can start now. You've got this, and I'm here to support you.